going on, guys? Good morning. Welcome back to Everyday Struggle on Complex News. I'm Nadeska here with my guys Wayno and DJ Academics. How you guys doing?
What's good with y'all, man? What's good with y'all? I'm gonna just say fucking basketball shorts. You like you're trying to go to court right now?
I'm trying to go. What's good,
All
man?
right, man. Yeah, I might be able to catch a jumper after this weekend, man. I ain't gonna lie, I've been hearing some good stuff.
Yeah.
Good music got me inspired.
Okay.
Drake, right?
How was your weekend?
It was good. It was chill. I know you had a good weekend because Drake had the freestyle.
You got the red nail polish on and everything?
Going on vacation this week. I gotta get ready.
Are you going on vacation?
I need some sun. I've been too yellow for too long.
Yo, listen, man, I gotta tell y'all as an audience, Nadeska got a vacation plan for like every 2 weeks.
Weekend
Yeah,
trips. What am I working so hard for?
Yo,
Weekend trips.
Nadeska booking flights. Yo, Nadeska like a travel agent.
Yo, get your miles up, Ak.
Travel
Let's talk about new Drake. All right, look, so we got 25 songs on Scorpion, but apparently that still wasn't enough. So remember, Kanye said the beef between Drake and Pusha was dead, but Drake still has some shots for Ye. So this is a snippet from his Behind Bars freestyle on Link Up TV.
Got slew, throwing up six like man had flu. I got way too big off views. Back to the basics, I won't lose. They wanna link when they got no tunes. They too worried about selling out shoes. I don't give a fuck about jeans or crap, or going to Milan or going to the Met.
Once he says they're too worried about selling out shoes, I mean, it's pretty obvious who he's talking about. Why is this still happening? Is he gonna keep going until Kanye responds? We thought it was over.
Man, he got some stuff on his chest, man. You know what? This weekend gave me a lot of clarity. Because I, just like you guys, was sitting here this whole time saying, what the fuck is going on with Drake? Get at the nigga who sent the shots, not the guy who hired the shooter. But after this weekend, and some more things coming to light, and, you know, the industry talks, man, Drake got a right to keep going at Kanye, man. Kanye, for all intents and purposes, is guilty if this is correct, and I'll explain what the stuff I'm hearing.
Espionage Act. Here we go.
Espionage Act.
Ninja Act.
Kanye's a snake. Okay, all right. This is what I'm hearing. Because if the story plays out right, and by the way, it's well known within people who fuck with Kanye and have worked with Kanye on these albums, and also Drake's side. Pretty much, Drake got called, went to Wyoming to write for Kanye. He goes there and he says, you know what I mean? Like you can imagine, you've been in the studio, rappers, like it's very custom that, okay, you play me some of your shit, I play you some of mine.
Right.
Drake plays the track that he intends to be like a big reveal, but of course he tells them about all the Adidas stuff. You know, they have the Adidas bond now. They're like Adidas brothers, right?
Right.
I guess.
Everything is all good. He writes Kanye a smash. He leaves, and I never understood certain things until it's all in context. Okay. So first of all, I didn't understand why he just put out Duppy Freestyle. Him and Pusha T been trading shots for years on songs, and he never felt like he was in a rush to put out a record after Pusha said something. Right. Nor did Pusha feel like he had to put out a record when Drake said something. Mm-hmm. This was different. But if you think about it in context, I just came from Wyoming and I helped you write a bunch of hits, right? And now, and I'm talking about Kanye, and now you produced a track for your artist, and by the way, you're the executive producer on this album, and you produced a beat, where he's almost slick dissing me about the exact thing I came out here to help you do. I came out here to help you write a track, and you have a slick line on your artist track about me and ghostwriting?
Mm-hmm. And he's done that before, so he helped him on Pablo too, right? So this has been happening for some time.
And I think also Drake probably is thinking like, if anybody, and again, for me, even up until this weekend, I was like, man, you got to get at Pusha. But feeling betrayed, clearly that's why he's going at Kanye. Now, let me speed this up, because I can hear Wayne, he's stretching like he want to get into the game. You see this nigga? He's no type of LeBron shit? What's up with this guy? So he drops a Duppy freestyle. So he's like, all right, I'm going to answer to the exact same thing that you just tried to like slick this me on. Ghostwriting. I just did the same thing for you. I came over there, y'all ain't had no tracks. Yeah. And you hear he keeps bringing that up. Y'all didn't have no tunes. Mm-hmm. Did y'all like the Ye album? You ain't got to did you like the Ye album?
We already had our
I think we've already said no, yeah.
So, feel about that album.
So the standout track happens to be the track that Drake wrote. So after that, we all know what happened. Pusha T hits him with a story of Addy Dawn, and you could know. You could just imagine how flustered he is, because everything that he told Kanye came out through Pusha T.
Right.
Now, I think it's snakish.
Why did he go so hard at Pusha though, and not harder at Ye to begin with?
Why did? Well,
If he was the one he was ultimately so mad at.
Right.
Well, Duppy freestyle was more going at Ye. There was more bars there for Ye.
But we said though, look, see, we said that though. We was saying that. I said that Duppy freestyle was more at Ye than it was Pusha.
But we didn't understand why. Nothing made sense with how Drake was moving. If anything, it gives a little context to these back and forths. Because really we're looking at Drake and say, damn, you really got nothing for Pusha. But in reality, he's saying Pusha's like a pawn, and no disrespect intended, but Pusha is a mouthpiece, or Pusha is being empowered by a guy who I helped and a guy who I thought we were close enough to not get certain things into it. Okay. So this is why I'm saying, if this story is true, I played you my track. You know this is a reveal that I'm gonna do on my album. You tell your mans now puts it out like I'm a deadbeat dad,
Right.
playing border patrol. I'm hiding a child. Now, first of all, the narrative is already ruined. So Drake is trying to come out like he was trying to have a little dope moment. Like, you remember when James rapping the Blue Ivy and all that? Like, he's trying to talk to his kid.
Right.
Now it's all ruined because perception is everything. Pusha T already hit him with the Maury. You're the father. You're a deadbeat. Fucks it all up.
What would be Kanye's motivation to do this? So he's had an interesting relationship with Drake over the years. They've collaborated. He's defended him, like with the Rolling Stone article. Why would he doing this, especially if you want to come back and ask for more music in the future?
And before I jump in, the last thing I'll say, because again, this is speaking to a lot of people, because I couldn't understand. Kanye seems like a very great guy. I've heard certain things about Kanye that even I don't want to believe. You know what I mean? But jealousy comes into play. And for me, this is what I thought about before having these conversations with many people. I said, Kanye don't even seem like a jealous type of guy. He seems like he has his own lane, right? Like he's comparing himself with like Warhol and people like that. He's not trying to like be the top rapper in the game.
But then he got on stage and called out Drake and Khaled for having too many hits, and Drake clearly felt a way about it. I feel like he addressed it in an interview. They made up. They went back to the studio, and then here we are again. That's a tough relationship.
Here you go,
Wait, no. Let's hear your take on this.
It's Kanye a snake, man. Come on, man.
Is Kanye a snake?
Or is that a snake move?
It's two ways to look at it, right? I think from your perspective of how you explained it, that's a way to look at it as a snake move, right? Another way to look at it is he rocked him to sleep. Because, and I'm gonna tell you how you. No. Listen, he gonna rock him to sleep, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because, all right, we all know Push and Drake been having they shit for years, whatever the case may be. Now, if you knew that your man is about to beef with somebody, and you got something that he can use, why wouldn't you give it to him? He played, no matter how many records he give him or whatever he helped him with, we all know that. We don't look at Kanye the same way we look at Drake in terms of rappers. Like, Drake is not a producer. Producers have always had help writing. Drake is more of a rapper. And even with that being said, I don't think that everybody has written everything for Drake. I know the motherfucker can rap, right? But that was just a bait. That's what we said from before. I said that was just a bait when we first heard the Infrared record, right?
By the way, the desk could take note. This is how Harlem niggas get down. This is how them Harlem niggas get down. So he explained
No, listen.
This is how Harlem niggas get down.
I'm just telling you how shit.
He
rocked him to sleep. I'm gonna tell you how. Because look, all right. Yeah, he got the information out of him. Now, if your man, right? If your man is ready to go to war, and you know that you got some shit where you could like use against the dude he's going to war with, you're not gonna tell him? Of course you gonna fucking tell him. Why wouldn't you? Right? Now the whole thing is, Drake need to stop running his mouth. He need to stop thinking that him and Kanye was friends. They was having, they had a good relationship at one point in time, but remember, it soured, and then.
But it seems like they just made up. That's
when
the
he got on More Life and all of that. But then your point comes back with the jealousy shit. Because for me, I'm like, I don't know how Kanye could ever be jealous of Drake, but I always say if it wasn't for Kanye, there'd be no Drake. He made it cool to be like a regular guy, and Drake came across as the regular guy.
And Drake has said how much he idolized him.
Absolutely. So in the end, he rocked.
Honestly, I do. Well, I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
But that's a snake move. And by the way, I also look at Drake like he's a gullible fool, right? Because he clearly bit into it like it was a friendship. I honestly look at a parallel between how Ye and Jay's relationship been. Of course, I don't believe Jay has done no snake stuff like that. That was definitely an anaconda snake like movement. But if we're looking at, say, like even Jay and Ye, where in my interpretation of their relationship is that Kanye used to, I don't know if currently, used to think he's a little bit closer with Jay, or they're a little bit like so great friends, and Jay's like, nigga, you cool, like we aight, like we're not like BFFs. That's how I interpret it.
Okay.
And I think with Drake, sometimes when you idolize someone, you get close to them, you almost feel you're closer than you really are.
Yeah.
So Drake was probably like, yo, this is my man's. And they've had falling outs before, but you probably thought like, yo, this is my guy.
Yeah.
So I think he did too much. He shouldn't have played the record. But here's the thing, because I think it gets to the other part of the story, right? Because if this is continued, Drake has a record. Drake has a record where supposedly he's saying, okay, you gonna put that out?
Yeah.
Got you.
Well, so
I got some shit I'll put out.
this is my thing with Drake. I'm tired of
And
all
you
of this.
didn't want it.
Of course he don't, right? Like, of course he doesn't want it. Like, Ye would never beef with no rap. Like, of course, everything he does is like a rant. He would never make a record about you or really say how he feels. Even when he made Big Brother, he didn't say anything like detrimental to the relationship. To Jay and Ye point, I think that they were cool, but Ye is just bugged the fuck out. Like, I don't know him, but if his actions on camera is this, could you imagine the type of shit he might text you?
And it sounded like when they were working on Watch the Throne, you could understand how different their personalities are and how much they would fight like brothers.
Right. Now, when it comes to this shit with Drake, my thing is this, yo, stop fucking double dutching. Like, stop, these mans don't want me to talk about what I know. No, fuck all that. Either do it or shut up. Because I'm tired of all the, let me insinuate. You got an album out right now, his shit, even though.
It's coming. You don't think it's whatever secret is
But
coming?
this is the thing, I thought they said it was never coming. Is he just waiting for the right time? He's baiting Kanye, so if Ye responds, then he drops it?
Wait, Ye gonna respond?
Why doesn't he just do it then if
I
he
don't
has
think
it?
the record, I don't think he's putting out the record. It'll probably get out and be leaked. Trust me, I'm working on that. But, but I do believe whatever this little, like, this supposed secret, right? And I have to paint the picture because I've talked to at least 5 to 7 people, and they all seem in fear of their life when they're talking about number one. Like,
About Ye? About whatever he knows about Ye?
Well, about this whole situation.
Okay.
Right? Like, about, because they've been on both sides, some of them.
Right.
And it feels like just something very, I don't know, it sounds very odd. But a lot of people say this particular thing that Drake knows is exactly what Jay Prince described it as. They said Kanye would literally lose his mind. And I just can't understand what it is.
Yo, is this Scientology level?
I
Like,
don't know,
how
man.
bad is this?
I mean, of course, like, I think the quick thing to think is, like, is Kim involved? Because it feels like Kanye only cared about Kim.
In the Kardashian
right?
sweatshop?
Either Kim or Trump. I don't know. But apparently, this is the thing. And one thing I did find out, because we previously we talked about it here, like, man, like, all respect to Jay Prince, but did Drake really go run to get Jay Prince to basically, like, tell everybody, yo, please chill off me for a while? And I was told that, no, Kanye really got him involved to basically de-escalate the situation, saying, listen, I don't want these type of problems, or I don't want it to get to these other next levels, because, you know what, when I did have the first conversation, which I told you guys about with Drake did tell me, he said, honestly, the reason why I respond, this shit was moving beyond music real quick. Wow. And some of the stuff I was hearing, it was moving exactly what he said. Yeah. So again, if I'm thinking, and you can just read between the lines or just imagine, if stuff is now getting beyond records, a person like Jay Prince might have to get involved just to say, yo, this is how we're gonna deal with it. A guy with respect, a guy obviously who deals on multiple levels. But
so as you're hearing, Kanye gave Pusha the info for this diss and then called Jay Prince to de-escalate when things got out of control.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. It pains me to say because I thought Ye was a different person. You feel me? And I don't think he's a snake in general. But this was such a snake move. You can't invite somebody to write for you. And as soon as he leaves, you produce a diss track for him, and then you snitch on him and tell all the...
All right, so question. I mean, we don't know, but was that track already, like, was Infrared done prior? It might have been done prior to him coming there.
That also might be true.
Yeah.
And just me, just interpreting everything, I think Drake just, and if you hear Duppy freestyle and even how he started, he's like, yo, I'm in shock. That's the first thing he says, I'm in shock. He's like, the nerve of these guys, the audacity, like he couldn't even believe it. So maybe it was already done. But I think he was just like, yo, I literally like left like a couple days ago. Like, y'all really put this out? Like, you really like even have mention towards me? And I think because of that, that prompted his response. I don't know. Could there have been a conversation, right? To say, yo, Drake, listen, man. Basically, this shit was done before you even came here, man. Like, this was some shit that we were already gonna do this, and it wasn't like a full-on diss track, because it was a play on words.
Yeah, it just was. He only mentioned him on one line. Like, it was only one line.
But
He baited him. Like, he baited him, and he jumped in, and then he came back with the other shit. But Story at Adidon or whatever, that wasn't done until after Duppy Freestyle came out.
And by the way, we gotta be honest. I know we discussed this before, and I've always said that Duppy Freestyle, I feel like, is more clever and lyrical. You've disagreed. But if we look, what is the story of Added On? It's literally about the child, which means Drake is getting, which means Kanye gave Pusha just pretty much the whole diss track.
Yeah, I mean,
might as well just give him a feature.
Is this actually so rare for the industry, though? I think what I've learned is like you
Everybody
make the
talks.
mistake of thinking also that people are your friends. They will fuck you over and just hit you and be like, yo, it was just business. Is this really that like rare in the industry?
you gotta take your ass home at night. That's why I don't hang out with none of these motherfuckers, man. For real, like, you just gotta take your ass home at night and stop trying to be in people's business. That's all it really is. Like, I mean, I be out from time to time. I don't go to everything. I go to things that I feel like I need to be at. I move and I shake. I say what up to people. I keep it cordial, but we don't hang out on the weekends. I don't go to people's birthday parties much and all of that. And it's not no disrespect to them, but my thing is that I don't want to be in positions where
You
people
think you're
try
friends, and then you're not friends.
Yeah, and then something, cause I've seen shit happen with me. Like, people I thought was cool with me, and then one or two things happen, and then it's like, oh nah, they just was around for whatever situation I was a part of. So it's like, hey man, I take my ass home. Straight up.
And you know what I mean? It opens up a bunch of questions too. So even though, and by the way, like, just to be fair, I wish Kanye would speak, because, you know what I mean?
Speak about everything else, right?
Yeah, like Drake did confirm that, yo, I'll play the
They'll
new
have
song,
Kim speak
right?
on his
Yeah,
behalf.
I wish.
The Much T song?
Yeah. And, or
I'm
an
sorry,
early version.
It's a really good song. Like,
Yeah, it's a really good song. And that's why, like, again, it's all about who's first with the story. You paint the narrative.
Yeah.
If you're a deadbeat dad, now we're looking at March 14th like,
oh, this just is an excuse.
like we
Right.
haven't seen a picture on Instagram with your son. You get me? It's
That's
different.
crazy, man. Like, that's
That's
crazy.
just how it is. So
Yeah.
on Kanye's side, I wish he would speak, but I'm also thinking maybe Duppy Freestyle comes out, Pusha's a little pressed, because, you know what I mean, the internet's very reactionary. Yo, he killed him.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go back on a ghostwriting thing because he addresses all the writing shit and said, I wrote for you guys. You now have to come at Drake in a different angle. You're probably looking for whatever avenue. Ye says something, maybe not with any bad intent of you using it and paint, but it's the battle. I'm not gonna say you're a great dad. Nobody knows you have a
not.
child.
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
a fucking bum. You're I'm gonna paint it however I paint it.
Absolutely.
But that isn't really Ye trying to be malicious. So I'm thinking, just because I think Ye's a good person, and even though he does whatever.
I'll just say this: it still doesn't all make sense now. Like, remember how it was supposed to?
It was
No, it
supposed to
all
all make
makes
sense.
sense.
Later, like,
Nah. It kind of makes sense.
Why
I
didn't
don't
you put
even know
more
what
of
that
this
means,
on the album, though,
Like,
instead of putting
All right.
on a freestyle later?
Well, not even the freestyle. I think these things just come into light. Yo, how could Drake basically, you can't release a diss song, or how could you have an album just basically saying, yo, Kanye snitched on me, like, I'm a good father. Like, he tried to explain it. This was the Explain Adonis album. But this is where we got to give Drake blame, right? When we hear about the demise being televised and also playing, like, actually being strategic and picking your battles, if Drake knew that this secret, or maybe he didn't think it was that serious, or that Pusha was gonna paint him like a bad dad, you should have let that Pusha T shit slide. Be mad behind the scenes. Don't come out with a diss track and force him to respond. Like, if you knew, like, if I played you like some shit that's super embarrassing to me, and then you say something slick in the public, I'm not saying, man, fuck you, Wayno, to force you to say, you don't remember you gave me this, nigga, to embarrass you. So maybe he should have played it differently, but
you gotta stop
I don't
hanging
know.
with people. Like, I mean,
Wow, man.
whatever. It's too much.
Chess.
That still doesn't take away from Scorpion not being a really, really great Drake album.
Have you listened more since we last
I listened
talked?
to it. I listened to it again this weekend.
Have your feelings changed at all? I've been listening more to it. Still, Side B, still not for me. I
Listening
really
to
like
Boot Up
Side A though.
remixes all weekend, man. Like,
All right, so
I seen Wayne on the gram, something like this. He's doing the little.
Yo, no, you're not gonna see that. That's one thing you're not gonna see. But I do love that song, and I'm starting to hate it at the same time, only because I can't get away from it. It's like I really can't get away from that.
Wayno, did you listen to the album a little bit more?
I listened to it. I did. I listened to the whole rapping side again. I didn't go back into the R&B side.
Fire, right?
No, it's good. It's good. This is what I want people to understand. It's okay for something to be good. I never said that Scorpion was trash. I never said it like he should have never dropped it. All I said is that it's good. And when it comes to like double albums, like we all know that, like, all right, people love Jay-Z and they love Blueprint 2, but Blueprint 2 is not one of your more favorite Jay-Z albums. Right. Same shit with Scorpion. I like a lot of Drake's albums, but this is not my favorite Drake album. And for a person to act like this is his best work, you're bugging. Like, this is not his best work.
Do people
and
think that?
And it's not his worst either.
Okay. Have you guys heard a lot of people saying this is his best?
I'm not gonna lie.
People jumping out the window.
Oh, this shit ages well. I'm telling you,
Are
it
we
gets
gonna
better
have
every
later?
day.
No,
I promise you.
am enjoying it more.
Side B, some of those R&B songs, maybe I need to get like my heart really broken or something to understand those records.
just too
But
depressing.
right about now, Elevate, Nonstop, Mob Ties, Jesus Christ.
Yo, I love 8 to 10. 8 to 10.
8 out of 10?
8 yeah. But you know, I love it because it has. It's
You tell me you don't like that premiere beat on Sandra's Rose?
I do like. Look, it's not. Oh my God. It's not that. The shit is good. That's all I'm saying. Is good. People acting like I gotta call it classic or trash.
Right.
The shit is not classic. It's a good
Too early
album.
to tell.
No, it's not. It's not classic. It's good. And to me, it feels like an exit. Being that he said that was his. I'm out of my deal after this one. It feels like an exit album. Like, I'm gonna just give y'all all of this shit and I'm out.
Damn.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to that. Okay. I can understand why you would think that, but I think Drake has been in a bunch of exits. Drake raps about every deal he's about to get, and when he's out of a deal, it's like his.
I think he's really out of this one though.
No, he is. But when he's out of the Young Money situation, he's still on Cash Money.
Oof.
Right? No, not Cash Money. No. He's still on Universal.
Republic.
Yeah, Universal is not letting him go. Like, go on over to Sony.
But that's what I mean. He's out of that.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. After listening to it some more, I don't feel like they're throwaway tracks, but to me, it's just not Drake's.
But is it because of the deal, or is
not even like it's not even. You're not even excited about a Michael Jackson. It's not no fucking great Michael Jackson feature. Like
The Mariah one is dope though.
Which one?
The Mariah sample.
Emotionless?
Emotionless.
That's song of the year.
Yeah.
This guy.
All right, come on. Let's keep it moving.
Seriously,
Yeah, you talking
it
the
is.
song of the year shit. No.
Wait, we gonna have that conversation in December. I'm bringing it up.
All right, cool.
All
Bring it
right,
up.
we got something for you. I know you're super excited about Drake. So look, I mean, numbers-wise, he did incredible, right? So first album to hit 1 billion streams in a week, sold 732K in the first week. So that's the biggest for any album in 2018. His 8th #1 project. So you could at least celebrate this, right, Ak?
It's a good showing. Could have been better.
Yeah, because he
Could've
said
been
he was
better.
going platinum. Is he platinum? I mean, is he platinum by default or?
Well, it's like
I think he's
double
platinum from the
platinum.
just
Just
from
by
the
default.
singles, yeah.
It's gonna be certified.
as 2.
Yeah. But the certification, the numbers is weird these days. I still go off because Drake posted some different numbers. He's like, I'm the first to hit 1 billion streams and
In a
like,
week.
In a week.
And he is. He's
But not
right.
sales.
And congratulations to him. I think that's not something that people easily track now. That's like more like, Spotify and title tells you. But yeah, I expected a little bit more than 732.
Yeah, you said at least 950. You said if he don't do that, that's a flop.
I said under 700, I'd be looking at him like, yo.
I mean, I said max 600.
Yeah, so you're
which
both
I felt
wrong.
like I felt like I could have gave him 650. Like I feel like I could have gave him 650, but he did 732. That's only 132 over
And
what I thought it was.
blame Snake A and
Oh, stop it.
They did it, man.
Stop. Everybody's listening to this album because they wanted to be in his business. Please.
Word.
Like they wanted to
Hold
hear
on.
him talk about shit.
Let's be honest though.
What?
You tell me if he had that.
Now, if he
that
would've-
diss track was on there, diss track is on there. We doing 900, baby.
This track, and I feel like if the Pusha T and him shit never happens, then he might, with the rollout of how he planned it, saying about his son, and we would have all found out when this shit came out, it would have done the mill.
I think
or
that
more.
way, yeah, or he went really hard on the album with the diss
Yeah, with the
track.
diss track.
Either or might have worked.
In
might
the
be
end,
right.
we said he doesn't fucking lose. Like we all knew he was gonna win the sale.
I want to ask you one question,
What?
because you're a father. If somebody painted you to be a deadbeat fucking dad, and like you were gonna announce to the world your kid, you wouldn't want you want to still rap with that person. You want to fight, don't you? That's him calling right now. Yeah.
Well, all right. So look, honestly, I mean, I didn't have kids I don't know what that feels like to be an entertainer and to have, I had my children with the woman I wanted to have children with. So if a person, even right now, I don't post my kids all over my social media because
Are you hiding your kid from the world, or are you hiding the world from the kids?
No, not at all.
That line is still right. He almost got it off.
If you know me, everybody knows my kids. I just feel like that's for me. Like my children, my family is for me.
You're not
It's
with
not
the
for
rah-rah
everybody.
because you a dada?
No, I'm not with the whole, guess what, y'all, I'm really a father because I post my kids. You know what I'm saying? And even the thing is like,
Satan, they get your kids 20 gifts?
I don't celebrate Christmas. You know what I mean? But my kids get shit all the time, so.
Oh,
You
man.
have an empty crib in your empty
All
crib?
right, all right. leave it.
You know?
The fuck out of here.
Yo.
Yo, I can't stand this dude.
Yo, so the In My Feelings dance challenge, right? I
Right.
guess one thing had to come out of this album to go viral. So, of course, everyone's been doing this. Let's look at Odell Beckham Jr. doing his version.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you and I need you.
Wait.
You gotta be so flexible for
That's the
this.
fucking touchdowns.
Flexible.
Yeah,
That's the word. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, man. Oh, by the way, salute to my man Shiggy. Obviously, he popularized it. It's called Do the Shiggy.
Shiggy Show on
yeah.
Instagram.
I knew once this nigga Odell got a hold of it, it was gonna get a little zesty, man. This
Zesty.
nigga,
Zesty?
They brought a little.
What?
Yeah, Shiggy needs to send in an invoice to OVO for
But
that.
yo, 100%. And by the way, it spread like wildfire. Everybody's doing it in like 2 days. Like everybody.
It wasn't no
mom was
challenge for
doing
it. It's like he made, but that's just Shiggy being Shiggy.
Right.
But he made it into a thing, kind of.
But I got a theory about this. I believe Universal cutting checks to get this shit like really spread like that. I understand just being viral.
Yeah.
This shit is a little.
You think they found the
every
original
influencer is doing this shit.
and got it to spread?
And I understand dick riding and clout chasing, but Jesus Christ, just like we've had conversations, they pay meme pages. Shit, they pay some of my meme pages.
Yeah.
But it the new way to promote songs. This dance is gonna get the song to number one. It's a hot song, but this dance is gonna get to number one.
No, it's
Labels are
definitely-
smart. They realize people doing this dance and it constantly being in your face, just like the Black Beatles challenge.
Yeah.
Constantly being in your face. It's gonna get that song
Yeah.
to number one. I believe some checks are being cut, but it's cool. Are you gonna do the dance? I'll do it if you do it.
I'll do it. We should all do one together.
I
why
ain't
not?
prepared today. You look like
I'm prepared.
This nigga
As soon as he said yes, he was like, nah,
Yeah,
never
I was
mind,
prepared.
never mind.
I was
I
ready
just
for that.
like
I was
honestly,
ready for that
like
one. I was
if you,
ready.
I don't even care if you don't like Drake or his music. If you don't like this song, you a fucking hater. Like this song is fire. That's fire.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's
though.
fire.
If
What?
I'll award the
It
W
was
officially.
fucking ifs.
I'll
What?
award the W officially.
What?
If Pusha T does his dance,
Oh my God.
that's a dub. That shows that's the ultimate levels of I'm unbothered.
No, but I
Hashtag,
mean,
I'm
listen,
upset.
you can't. I seen the video of James Harden doing this shit, and Meek was on this, and Meek was dancing to the song. Like it's you cannot. One thing about music is music moves us no matter what. Yo, I don't give a fuck who you beef with or any of that shit. The song is amazing. It's an amazing song. And Shiggy, I ain't gonna front the aesthetic that Shiggy added to it, with him having fun with it, makes the song so much better. Like.
Yeah, he needs an invoice and he needs to be verified on Instagram. And Drake got to put him in the video.
And
if he's not in the video, I'm mad.
Endless supply of OVO apparel as well. You know what I mean? Shiggy, sign up for Triangle.
Shiggy,
I don't
look
know
at
if
these
God's
guys
got
looking
that.
out for
Relax.
you.
Relax, buddy.
The new line.
Relax.
All right, so this weekend we also finally got Beast Mode 2 from Future and Zaytoven. There's a lot to talk about here, but one, people thought it was ironic that this dropped on Ciara and Russell Wilson's anniversary. But besides that, did you guys enjoy this project? Is it everything you wanted from Future?
Future petty. That guy is petty, man. He is. Future it would be like one of them top commenters on the Shade Room. He is petty as fuck.
Damn.
But the project's cool, yo. I'm not gonna lie, I expect a little bit more.
Yeah,
Like-
honestly, like Zaytoven and Future is not my favorite thing. Like I was just going over like the discography earlier, and like Beast Mode is one of my favorite joints with Future, and like I love Future and Metro, and I love Future and 808 Mafia more. You know, but I mean, it's cool. It's not special to me. Like, yeah.
Well, when I think about Beast Mode, just like when you think about Monster, like you think about that run, and you know what? For a lot of artists, we as fans, we try to match everything they do to when they were on that run, that magical run where they can't do no wrong. Every song's a fucking smash. They're just dropping it like it's crazy. And Future now, I think he's in a different space in his career.
Yeah.
Like Future, it felt like Future personally felt like he had to drop a song every 30 seconds.
Right.
Like he couldn't let's get him out. Now he's a much different artist. The project is cool. I felt like it lacked the impact.
Absolutely.
I felt like when Beast Mode dropped, that shit hit the streets running.
Yeah.
Like it felt like I was hearing it everywhere, even if you didn't hear it yourself. I feel like this dropped in. There's a couple dope songs on it. You know the Wi-Fi lit joint, that's super popping, but
songs on there.
it hasn't had that impact yet. And me listening to it, I'm like, okay.
Well,
I mean,
gotta,
more,
I'm
sorry,
go
I was just gonna say more pressure also when you make it a sequel. I feel like people's expectations are immediately gonna be pretty high.
I'm not a fan of sequel albums or projects only because like you can't recreate that chemistry or that mode you was in when you did it. No matter just because you're using the same producer. And correction, my favorite.
You won't watch the Throne 2? You know you do.
Do I want to watch the Throne too?
Pass. Yeah. Jay's never gonna do that album.
Yeah, it's probably
never
gonna happen.
We're
but
good now.
I mean, I would love to hear Jay and Kanye again one day, but I don't.
How?
Know, if it's not right, if it's not the same, like if it's not a continuation of that. But correction, my favorite tape from Future was like Monster. But another thing that I haven't listened to that I heard is Future heavy is the Superfly soundtrack, because there's like that's like kind of like a remember the Free Band Gang tape? Like it was kind of like that, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go listen to that because I haven't checked that out in a minute yet. But it was cool. Like I'm not mad at it, but it doesn't wow me. Like,
hey, I matched up how I felt about this particular project with how I felt about the last Code project, and then I matched it up with a Twitter rant you went on.
yeah, this Twitter rant was crazy.
And you know he did Super Slimy with Thug. The Superfly soundtrack as well, right?
So.
And before that, he had his 2 albums that dropped back-to-back weeks, Future and Hendrix. And as like when I saw that this Twitter rant, the only thing that came to mind, and Future's my guy. I call him Future Vandross. Okay. Only thing that came to mind is like Future might be watching the game like go past him. And what I mean by that is that like you could see when an artist is pointing out like, yo, remember I birthed all y'all, like still love me. Like it's like he wasn't getting that love, and I was looking on social media, he wasn't getting all the love like he normally gets.
So he said,
there used to be a Future hive.
Right, but the thing is also so much music has been coming out, right? He's been a little bit quiet. It's not like he dropped a few singles and like led up to it, right? It came out of nowhere. He said, I gracefully gave you a style to run with like it was your own.
Titles, your flows came from me, your ad-libs, mine. One of them is say your hoes came from me. And by the way, I think he started off by saying, he said, I'm tired of being humble, all of you little niggas. And
he said, thank me.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out who he's talking to because he put no name, address, zip code on this. But
it's kind of, you know what, the whole thing with this is, like, I had a conversation with Styles P one time, and Styles P was saying, like now in music, he's like an elder statesman. So he's kind of like more on the side of ushering in the new guys and like kind of like helping them understand where they need to go to have longevity. And the whole thing about when I seen this with Future, I'm just like, yo, you don't really need to do any of that shit. Like you don't need to say any of that, because when you look at where Atlanta's at right now, it is a ton of new guys that's running and killing shit. But Future's older than all of them, right? And this is a young man's game. No matter what, like LeBron is not always gonna be LeBron. Kobe's not always gonna be Kobe. Like,
hold up now.
Nah, seriously. I mean, it comes a point where I don't think Future's his skill has declined, but I just think that we're in a time where everybody's looking for the next new thing, and he gave us so much. Like when I look at this discography, I mean, he dropped more shit in the past 5 years than people have dropped in 10 or 15 years. So it's like he gave so much. I don't think he burnt himself out, but he gave so much that now everybody's like, all right, well, let me jump on this new guy, jump on that new guy. And Future, even with all of that said, he still has his space. Like you can't move him out of his space, and I think he's a legend for what he does. But that rant was just kind of, that shit threw me off, and I'm like, wait, he don't have to do that.
Yeah, and that's why I say impact, because like we could look at numbers and like he's projected to do like 60, 65,000, but it's a mixtape.
Yeah, it's not.
You know what I mean? Like no pressure, just threw it out there. And I do believe he's one of these artists that he's graduated to the point where he'll always do good sales-wise.
Yeah.
But will it have that impact where you hear everybody bumping it? Because he's making it for a particular crowd. Yeah. Like trap niggas is for a particular crowd, even though everybody plays it. And the impact is when you go to the club or wherever, everybody bumping that Future. I don't know with this particular project. And artists, I do believe they feel that. Sometimes that frustration comes with probably saying, wait, y'all don't love me no more? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Nicki's had that a couple times.
Absolutely.
So like, y'all don't fuck with me.
Like, even with Future, I'm looking for more, like, for me, as much as he's put out, I'm looking to see more shit from Casino. Because, his artist Casino, he had a lot of dope shit, like, on Future tapes, and I never really see him get to that point. Then you got Zoe. You got the dude Joe Moses. Like, he got a few people on.
Dope Boy?
Yeah, he got a few dope people, but I think that he put out so much, he hasn't had the time to put into their shit. So it'd be cool to see Future, like, just as an executive focus on their shit a bit more. You know what I mean? As opposed to giving us these rants. Because Future gonna do what he do every time.
I think when you're ambitious, like, anyone ambitious, you're always gonna feel that frustration, like you're not doing enough. But like that's in his head. I think he should know that, like, to the outside world, even if he takes 2 years off, we're gonna be here. We're, like, you know what I mean? We're never gonna not listen.
Real shit.
And one thing I didn't realize, Future, remember all that bullshit we told you about? Stop dropping music so frequently. Fuck that. Drop it more. Because, like, honestly, when he was flooding the streets with music, and even though sometimes it felt like it was definitely quantity over quality, and not saying that shit was ever whack, but you would get like 3-4 dope tracks off this project, and then the next project you get 3-4 dope joints. Remember he dropped Evil, and then it was right after DS2. It was a lot, right?
It was a run.
It still kept like us updated with a new one, right? When you've been absent for a while, it's like, okay, like this is what you back with?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now we have higher expectations because you haven't dropped all the time. When you're dropping all the time, we know we're gonna get a bunch of misses and hopefully a hit.
And this shit is so fickle. Everybody now they done ran the Gunna, they done ran all these other guys. So it's like, like I said, this shit it's a young man's game, and people always picking up the next new guy. Like next week, like in a couple months, we're gonna see somebody that they gonna call hotter than Gunna or hotter than Little Baby. It just keeps rolling that way. You know?
He's got longevity though. He's
right,
good.
Absolutely.
All right, more music, man. So much music out right now. So Meek Mill also dropped a short EP, 4 tracks titled "Legends of the Summer." Features from Swiss Beats, Jeremiah, P&B Rock, and Miguel. So of course it includes a song he debuted at BET Awards. What'd you guys think about this? We've talked a lot about post-prison Meek and how much we love what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, I listened to it. It's very short, so you can't. It's just like listening to songs. It's like you can't even look at it in terms of the project, but Meek did this when he was releasing, right? That was kind of the promo for DC4 when he dropped like 3 different mixtapes. So I think it might have been 2. We had like the
4. I love them.
Yeah, the 4s, right? Exactly. I mean, it was good. It was dope. I mean, it's not, oh man, like this is better than that or better than this. I think it's good for where Meek is at, and he's just like, he's giving us what he got until he gets us ready for the album. So I wasn't mad at it. I'm never mad at new Meek, ever.
Stay Woke is obviously the track and Atlantic clearly realized that it had a message. It's definitely where his head state is and should be. So that record is dope, right? But the other joints, I ain't gonna lie, they sound like throwaway joints, right? And by the way, he hopped on my Instagram comment section yesterday. Yeah, because I posted that he's expected to do 30,000.
You guys are good now?
I don't know, because I think he thought it was a little shade being thrown. Because I said the EP was expected to sell 30,000, but I post what everybody's expected to sell, and I know it's an EP, but I posted what the Weeknd dropped the EP before, and I posted his expected.
But
sales.
I think that might come in only because it's your platform, but it's like it's not a lot of Meek. You know what I mean? So it's like the one thing that he does see.
Posted his album promo.
His album, but I'm saying like since he been home, all the jail reform, all of that. I ain't seen none of that on your page.
You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, man.
The kids don't like woke
We're not posting every speech. Okay?
I feel you. I feel you.
But let Meek drop a lit one. He back on it every day.
Listen, all right.
Now,
that's where he might feel the shade is coming from a bit. But it's not. I don't.
Of course. And by the way, I think 30,000 for 4 songs is fucking phenomenal.
Absolutely. Just hit with like 65 for
There's
features.
niggas
Great.
who we think is fired. We've talked about on here, which I won't even call their name because I don't want to embarrass them.
You've already said
I don't want to
names.
give no straight bullets. Come on.
Right.
Now,
Straight bullet.
all right, let me not even say bullets. Anyway, but 30,000 for an EP you didn't really promote.
Yeah.
You know what this tells me? When he comes with his album, you know how it's gonna be packaged. Hardest shit ever for the streets. He's gonna have some joints that's course gonna be more pop friendly.
Right.
Meek might be approaching back where he was before the beef.
Absolutely.
200 territory. That's what I'm thinking and expecting.
Yeah.
Right? So I think this was pretty good because I don't think any of those records are really single type records. Stay Woke is more of a message song.
Well, another thing we got to pay attention to is 1 a.m. with Jalil. That's the first time Meek and Jalil have worked in a while because Meek didn't have Jalil on his last album. Jalil wasn't on his last
He wasn't
album.
on Wins and Losses?
Nah, he wasn't. I know that for a fact.
Really?
He wasn't on there. So it's like to see Jalil and Meek like research, and it's some, it's some club party, it's some Philly summertime shit. You know what I mean? So it's good to see.
Yeah,
that.
they got to be together to really.
You got, you know what I mean? I'm happy that they working again together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm happy that they working again together. But like you said, it's like it's something quick. You know what I mean? To put something out weekend, summertime. You know?
Okay, now this is from me.
Right.
Right? So
goes,
this
there
is
you
cool.
go.
Now, I love all the positive stuff. He's holding it down for jail reform.
Here we go.
I love it. And he's doing what he should do because when people ride that hard for you when you're locked up, you can't just get out and say, all right, fuck y'all, I'm back, get my money. You have to also carry the torch and ride for them. So I love what he's doing. But it's gonna be a long summer, man. I need one of them Meek joints to get it popping, man. I need one of them joints, the wheelie type of joints. Yo, Meek, we need one of them 4 a.m. in the north side of Philly, man. Okay.
That's fair enough. I'm not mad at that.
Fair enough.
I'm not mad
But
at
I mean,
that.
we could all agree that, Meek is in a good place and we all, like, people are anticipating it. You know what I mean? It's good,
Yeah,
it's good to see him, like, he was such in a bad space to see where he's at. I'm loving that he's back on the private jets again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's being Meek again, so salute to my guy.
Shout out to Meek. All right, couple more stories. So Nicki Minaj. So we're getting closer to Queen. If that date sticks, I believe it's coming August 10th. So we're just about a month away. So her latest release is the video for Bad featuring Ariana Grande. Let's take a look.
You say I'm the GOAT, you're the Billy on you. I could make all your dreams come true. Wanna fall through, then you better come true. Don't make me wait until the morning. Got a bed, put your name on it.
All right. Do we feel like we're heading in the right direction? It's rollout time.
I gotta go back. You know what's crazy? Yeah, I respect Nicki and all that, but I gotta ride with my man Ack a couple episodes where you was at with Nicki, where I feel like she's just throwing shit out there now. I feel like this is, the Ariana Grande shit because she's so big, but I could have just dealt with Chun-Li for all this time and then got that album. Like, I don't.
But there's always going to be that pop lean. That's the thing.
I know,
right?
but it's just like, it just don't.
I just don't know if she needs it.
I don't think she needs it, but I just don't feel that energy like she used to have when she would release these type of joints. I just don't, for real.
Like the Starships era, all those songs were like, they made a splash.
Yeah.
I'm not that mad at this joint, honestly. It's cool. She's been very big on like promoting the visual like stuff with it. I seen like the video concept way before I even.
Her trying to get into the mermaid
Yeah,
tale.
yeah. So she's been doing her thing with that, but honestly, I'm not gonna say I'm that mad at it. Nicki's at such a bad place in her career, and I know it got to be frustrating for her, just because she probably thinks she's getting a lot of resistance. But I just think people are tired of her. They're tired of her, and yeah, it's not gonna hit the same no more. Like she has to come with like. You remember when 50, I don't even want to bring 50 into this, but when 50 dropped I Get Money, like you almost had to come with an undeniable smash for people to really fuck with you.
I feel you on that.
You feel me? Like your decent records, they're not hyped over. They're like this again. Like people are bored, and we're seeing Nicki rely on the same bag of tricks, but it's hard. And for her at this point, what do you just try to look maybe foolish? Just trying to do some new things, just trying to fit in with this new crowd. Like Nicki is a seasoned vet, so I actually feel bad for her in the space she's at because I do believe she's trying. Unfortunately, everything just kind of sounding blah.
I mean, it seems like the criticism's getting to her, right? So last week she made those headlines for sort of attacking that writer in her
So I'm rocking
DMs
with her on that one.
for her comments
I'm rocking with her on that one.
on the music.
Right,
So
yeah. I don't-
So, yeah. By the way, the and I don't know if we have like the graphic here. So a writer has said something like, "Yo, we want more mature content," right? It says, "Yo, you know how dope it would be if Nicki just put out mature content, no silly shit, just reflecting on past relationships, being a boss, hardships, etc. She's touching 40 soon. A new direction is needed." And I agree with the first half of that tweet. I do like. I think Nicki. You know what I mean? But I'm a biased fan. Like, Drake.
Okay.
No. Well, I mean, like, you see Drake stuff. I like when he gets introspective. I like when he talks about what he's been through, what's going on in his life. It
I
makes
like
it
that from
personal.
artists too, yeah.
I can relate to you. I like when Cole does it. I like when most artists does it because all that stuff where you're just rapping about just dope punchlines or like, yo, these bitches are my sons. That's cool for a while, but after a while, it's like, if we're both growing, let's grow together. So I agree with that, and that's a good suggestion. It's up to Nicki if she wants to take it. I think the other part is kind of where you kind of like, it's a little shade. When it's like, yo, you're touching 40 soon. Like, Nicki like 34, man.
Yeah,
Relax.
yeah.
Like, yo, like you got to realize the thing is, and I empathize with like Nicki and also just women rappers in general. Like, she got to be competing with all these new chicks coming in the game.
It's a lot of new.
Now, you
women
can't be
rappers.
seen as, like, you see Nicki at every opportunity is taking off her clothes. Every opportunity. Like, it doesn't matter where, right? She's not trying to get lumped in like she's like the old chick on the block. She's trying to say, I'm still hot. I'm still the
Still
hottest
the
chick in
baddest.
the
Like,
game.
you're still one of the
right?
the baddest. Like.
So it's kind of like separating her into a new class. Like, okay, leave the sexual, provocative. Yo, her shit is Barbie. Like, you know what I mean?
But Nicki does have like, she has joints where she talk like, cause I seen like when she went back at the
Oh,
one.
she-
I just like she lit into her kind of crazy, but she did make a point of like pills and potions. She does talk about certain shit. You know, I think that sometimes because a lot of people can have a voice through social media, that a lot of people take shit just too personal. Like I don't think that she disrespected Nicki. Like yeah, it could have been a slight shade, but I don't think that the way she started it, she didn't say, yo, you 40, you old out here. She was just saying like, all right, you approach a certain age where I'm thinking you gonna be doing certain shit. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. I think now that like artists can see almost anything that people have to say about them, it's kind of like a form of kryptonite.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got to stop letting the words hurt you. But the thing about it is we always hold these artists up like these big ass superheroes, and inside they're really just regular human beings, and they are sensitive. Right. You know, and for Nicki, when she got back at her and said, yo, I got money, I'm rich and all of that, it still hit a nerve with her to even take the time out of her day to say that. So I just, like I said, I think Nicki being Nicki is what I want from Nicki. And that still is Nicki, but it seems like the same, like a new way of the old song she did before.
Listen, I said before, you know, Nicki should, like, I thought her upcoming album, or actually even, fuck it being pushed back, whatever project or whatever song she was putting out post-Meek, breaking up with Meek, should have been solely about that. Like, I'm not saying fake it on some shit, but you should have been crying every moment you get. Because honestly, like, people were interested in that. Like, I am fully into like growing and stuff like that, but it's the first time I pity Nicki Minaj. That's why I'm not really going in. I'm understanding why she's seeing this comment, which she probably has seen a million times. Yeah. She's seen it a million times. And that one comment said a certain type of way, probably the 40+ thing, that she just said, fuck it, and she typed a whole paragraph, probably pretty upset. I feel like Nicki went from a position where, and the thing is, she's been trying to almost like turn that sympathy leaf. It's worked with me, but I don't know if it's worked with everyone else, because everyone keeps reminding her, Nicki, remember, you used to be a bitch. Yo, Nicki, remember, like, there was like 4 artists this weekend that said, Nicki, you're a bad person. You get me? Yeah. So I think that's the issue she's having. She's been trying to be, like, kind of appeal to the sympathy in us to say, hey, listen, I get it. You guys want me to lose. I put Chun-Li out there. I acknowledge it. It's cool. Yeah. But give me a chance. Give me a chance. Like, she's not getting a chance with certain stuff. I got to be honest. She's not getting a chance with certain stuff. But, of course, sometimes they say that the seeds you sow, they do come back to harvest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think not responding to stuff like this, I think, is a good move. You know what I mean?
Right.
Making it so personal, that doesn't help
Listen,
in terms
man,
of likability. Even though it's hurtful when people say things like that.
Yeah.
You gotta
Man,
ignore it sometimes.
That's the thing that triggers her, man. For the rest of y'all who clowning Nicki, unless you want one of these reads, leave that out of it.
Yeah, leave it.
Okay?
All right, before we go, let's do at least one quick hit. Let's do Fab. So, of course, Boot Up remixes are out, and Fab had to get in on this. Let's take a look.
I tell them straight up without chaser, I speak real. Looking for a come up, you are not facing a steep hill. Yeah, I'm running cannon out this bitch. If they keep it 100, I'm running Brandon out this bitch. Hey.
Yo, Fab always has to get in his summertime.
Yeah.
Fly, who has the best Boot Up remix?
Yeah.
My man had to have the vehicles in the back,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. It's dope. It's dope, but it's Fab, man. For this type of shit. You know, I just said some good stuff about Nicki. I won't talk about the official remix. But these are dope. These are dope. I will say Fab did his thing. Of course, why we have Nicki and Quavo on here? T-Pain did his thing. I don't know why people aren't like really embracing T-Pain. Like, he's been doing a couple like remixes and shit. He bodies all of them.
Right.
He like completely kills it. His shit was dope. Plies had a dope version too.
Yeah.
Did I hear Ply shit?
I didn't hear Ply shit, but that's Ply speed. Like, that beat sounds like Busted Baby 2018. Like, you know what I mean? But Fab, I think for the official remix, like, you can't go wrong with Fab. Like, yo, Fab.
You think Ella may know who Fab is? She's from the UK,
Absolutely, she knows who Fab is.
right? But,
Nah,
Come
she's
on,
from
don't
out
be
here. She's from out here.
no.
I think she lived in Queens for a
I'm just
minute.
saying that, like I don't know how in tune she is in with like
DJ Mustard
US
know who
raps.
Fab
She
is.
works with Mustard. Yeah, she knows.
Oh, of course.
Exactly.
I don't know what's going on in the UK, bro.
No, but I mean, but honestly, I mean, like, Fab can never go wrong on those type of records. Like,
They probably ask her like, yo, who do you want on the record? Be like, the two biggest, Quavo and Nicki. You heard Quavo on the joint, bro?
Oh,
yeah, I
man.
don't hear that for sure. Quavo's not not a lover guy.
Quavo was
Lover
on the
guy
record.
music.
It wasn't Boot Up. It was like Trapped Up. Like, I don't
Trapped
know,
Up.
man. I don't know what that nigga
Well,
was on.
Papoose had the original Boot Up.
Papoose.
Yes, you gotta go on YouTube.
Yo, Wayno loves Papoose.
I know.
Listen, Papoose is a great guy.
There's much respect for him at the very least.
Papoose is a great husband, and because of that,
Great guy.
no slander of
But you
his
gotta go to
career.
Papoose's Boot Up, man. He had a great Boot Up.
The only thing is, and I'm imagining he probably got too much bars in it, man.
But it wasn't this beat. It's a whole different record from years
He probably
ago.
got too much bars, man. That fool's got a way how he get on a record where it's like you make one of those ugly faces. Like, this is not a record you make the ugly face. Nah. Let's rock.
Right.
All right, you guys, that's our show for today. We'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday, 11 a.m. on Complex News.